You could start seeing more action at the site of the future New Hope City pool. At next week's City Council meeting, council members will review several resolutions for contracts on projects in that area. If they are approved, construction could be just days away. As construction on the new City Hall enters its final phase, the city could move forward on an $11.3 million contract to build the new Hope City pool. $2 million of that project is paid for by state bonding money. The pool would be 50 meters long and could have water slides, bathhouses, and more. If approved, the project is expected to begin April 1st with a projected finishing date by June 2020. There are also plans to build a skate park, a theater, and also to demolish the old City Hall, which could begin around the end of June. Meanwhile, a much anticipated project in southwest Maple Grove continues to take shape. The Hy-Vee at Highway 101 and Bass Lake Road is expected to be finished this fall. This 96,000 square foot grocery store will feature a fast casual eating area, pharmacy, and all the regular Hy-Vee trimmings. It will serve the southwest part of the city and Corcoran as well. There are plans to build a Hy-Vee in the northern part of the city across from Target on Maple Grove Parkway, but so far those plans have not moved forward. Hennepin County received a grant to improve the waters of two local creeks. Rush Creek and Elm Creek do not meet water quality standards and are considered impaired. Hennepin County and the Elm Creek watershed received a grant of more than $140,000 from the Clean Water Legacy Fund to help clean up those waterways. They will work to reduce bacteria and sediment from getting into the creeks and then washing downstream. Early childhood advocates are urging Minnesota lawmakers for more funding to address what they call a crisis. Many child care advocates say a declining number of spaces in child care centers is pushing the cost of care up and making programs even more inaccessible to families. Plus, child care officials say some centers are losing money because many school districts across the state are offering early preschool education.
We are not against public schools doing early education by any means. We need all hands on deck, and high quality early childhood can be provided in a variety of settings. But we have advocated strongly to ensure that as public schools open up more early childhood programs, they do it in what we call a mixed delivery system, which means the public school buildings themselves are serving some children, but families are also able to access those public services in community-based child care centers.
Child care advocates gathered at the New Horizon Child Care Center in Brooklyn Park on Thursday to voice their concerns to legislators. Robbinsdale Area Schools is planning an event they've never done before. On April 5th, they will host a night of service for students in International Baccalaureate or IB programs.
Part of being an IB student is taking action and being aware of caring for other people. And so we decided to do this night of service where we're going to bring all of our IB students and their families together, or as many as can make it that evening, and do a variety of service projects.
The community is invited as well to the night of service on Friday, April 5th at Cooper High School. There will be a variety of community service projects underway, like making sandwiches for the homeless, making pet bags for the Animal Humane Society, and much more. We have information on our website. You've still got time to catch Stages Theater's latest production in coordination with an Osseo dance company. Neil Pursley has more on this very Minnesota tale in today's Weekend Showcase.
Owl Moon is a simple, beautifully told story on stage through the weekend at Stages Theater.
It's a story of a little girl and her dad going owling, and we've created this really magical world where she goes out owling with her dad for the first time and sees all the animals in the forest and snowstorm, and just this beautiful scene.
There is no dialogue, only some narration, which you won't even hear till more than 8 minutes into the performance. Although she's only 12, Kate Ross has already been dancing for 9 years.
The show's really exciting to be up there and be able to dance and tell a story without saying any words. It is a happy show.
The scene could easily take place in any Minnesota woods, and although Escalate Dance handled all the choreography, the dancers came from several studios.
There's this huge community with all of the dancers, which is great. So it doesn't even feel like, they're just from one studio. It feels like this this community of dancers that work together beautifully.
At 45 minutes, the show's the perfect length and will hold the attention of even the smallest of audience members. And I give it a VS rating for very sweet. For Weekend Showcase from Stages Theater, Neil Persley, CCX News.
If you need a break from March Madness games, go see a movie at Willow Creek Theater in Plymouth. If you wear a jersey, you can get a free 44-ounce cup of popcorn. It's the first time the theater has done a March Madness promotion, and best of all, you don't even have to be wearing a basketball jersey. Management says it's just a fun way for the company to get into the spirit of the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, it doesn't really have anything to do with movies, so we kind of want to insert ourselves anyway and have a little fun with it. So this is just our way of kind of making it a little bit more fun to come on in.
The promotion is good at all 8 Imagine theaters in Minnesota, and it runs until college basketball's national championship game in April. Some high school students will have their day made this weekend.
Year over year, we get more interest from girls who have come, and then they come back and they bring their friends and they bring their cousins, and then the volunteers come back and they bring their friends and they bring their families.
Project Prom offers more than 2,000 prom dresses free to students who need them. The store is set up in the shops at Arbor Lakes at the old Coldwater Creek store. Find out more on our website.
After 4 not-so-close quarterfinal games in the state Class 4A boys basketball tournament, the semifinals figured to be much closer matchups. Top seed Park Center looked to build on a win over Maple Grove as they face tournament regular Lakeville North. It's a horrendous start for the Pirates. Eli Mostart gets the layup and transitions. The Panthers grab a quick lead. Tommy Jensen with a 3, and Lakeville North is up 21-3. They dominate the first half to lead 31-14 at the halftime break. The second half is much different. Dane Danger with a great pass fake. He spins and dunks as the Pirates try to come back. Tommy Chapman pops the 3 and hits, and the Pirates are suddenly within 8 at 42-34. Late in the game, a give and go with Danger leads to an Emmanuel Tamba layup. Park Center's within 2 at 47-45. They get a last chance to tie or win, but Tamba is forced into a tough shot that won't fall at the buzzer. Pirates lose 47-45 despite a great second half rally.
I told them I've never been more proud. The score in the first half was 14-31, and the second half was 31-16. And I'm just proud of our players and their heart and their way they responded.
Hopkins is the number 2 seed for the 4A tournament. The Royals faced another talented team as they met 3rd seed Eastridge in the semifinals. Courtney Brown scores off the glass for Eastridge as the teams trade hoops in the early going. Zeke Najee, a great drop-step move to score for a 13-11 lead. Hopkins is up 26-24 after a pretty even first half. Royals take off in the second half. Jalen Deering splits the defenders and scores on a great dribble drive, and it's 30-24 Hopkins. Andy Stafford is open for a 3, and he sinks it as the Royals push the lead to 10 at 38-28. They go inside to Najee, and he scores, plus the foul on his way to a 23-point game, and it's 42-32 Royals. Kerwin Walton knocks down a 3. The Royals' lead grows to 19. Walton at 17 in the game. The Royals win 71-47 with a solid second half of basketball.
I thought they got the ball reversed. Zeke was more efficient the second half. I thought he was posting up from quite a ways away from the basket. He got deeper. Kerwin came off. We ran a few sets right at the beginning, and all 3 of them scored, and it's a credit to the kids. They really did a great job.
Hopkins plays Lakeville North for the 4A title Saturday night at Target Center. The 87th annual Northwest Sports Show got underway Thursday. I caught up with Hall of Fame fisherman and CCX contributor Terry Tuma to ask him about the excitement surrounding the show following a long winter.
Yes, especially with the recent weather we've had, this is really welcome. I can anticipate this weekend it'll be just a zoo in here, but hey, that's what the show is all about, to visit with all the exhibitors.
There are products here then that people maybe haven't seen yet, maybe have been introduced to the fishing industry, but a lot of the public hasn't seen them yet, right?
Oh, that's exactly right. You know, like we're talking about Daiwa rods and reels. A lot of the general public hasn't seen them. Same thing with some of the Rapala stuff. Humminbird with their helixes units and their Minn Kota with the trolling motor. You're exactly right, John. This is the time to check out those new products, and it's also provides a great opportunity to compare products. This is a show that you'll see all kinds of resorts, not only from Minnesota, but also Wisconsin, Canada especially. Also, you got hunting facilities here. It's an all-in-one show.
You've got a seminar coming up Saturday, right? Tell me about that.
Yes, I do. It's going to be a walleye seminar. That'll be 12 o'clock noon, John. And it's titled Walleye Techniques Exposed. And we always change it every year. It's not, you know, is it 100% change, but you still have to have the basics. But we talk a lot more about, not so much about equipment, but understanding the species of fish we're pursuing and some of the ways of catching these fish.
How soon before we'll have open water fishing throughout the state, do you think?
Well, somebody told me the other day, he said May 7th, but I don't think it's going to be that long. The way, with this weather, I would anticipate probably about, in our areas, anywhere maybe 3 weeks.
The sports show runs through Sunday at the Minneapolis Convention Center.